What is going on, guys? That was for a picture we're doing. So Merry Christmas from my family to yours. I don't know what else to say, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video of the pozole. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Alen Saenz. In today's episode, we're actually going to be cooking some pozole, or like, you know, my Hispanic race says, pozole. So first step is first, you got to boil your water, and then you're going to throw in some consomme, and then you're going to throw in some salt, and then you're going to wash out your meat, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. You got to wash it before you throw it into boil. Alright guys, so for the meat section, don't mind the kitchen if you see dirtiness, but we're gonna do pork feet. We're gonna do trocito. This is actually the meat that you see in the pozole. And then this is, I don't know what they're called, but for my fellow Mexicans out there, man, this will just give it flavor. So this and the foot is just for flavoring, man. It's just gonna give it that nice natural flavor in there, give it nice and, you know the vibes. So let's wash this meat out. You gotta wash these two and make sure thoroughly to wash them, and then we can move on to the next step. Alright guys, so we washed our meat. This is the foot. You can tell right there. Make sure to wash it because you never know where this stuff came from. Alright guys, so first step before we start, any coloring that comes out of this meat is gonna be from the consomme. It's not gonna be from the meat, because you definitely don't want that. See, that dirty water, man. All right, guys, so we're gonna throw in the meat. ¿Verdad que sí? Sí, sí. Okay. Okay.
La pata la vas a cocer en un sartencito sola.
Okay, next is these. It's kind of like a hueso or bone. It's just gonna add flavor, so we're gonna add that next. And your foot is gonna cook on its own in a different pot. All right guys, I forgot to tell you, full onion goes in the pot for flavor. All right guys, so the foot, which is cut in half, we're gonna cook it with some water, some salt, and we're gonna let it boil by itself for a while. All right guys, quick update. This is still boiling. As you can tell, it's been cooking roughly 20 minutes. So still going, still going. You know, you see all that flavor. This is what your meat should look like right now. And then in the separate one, the smaller one, we're still cooking what you consider the foot. And this will just boil and boil and boil, man. So this is for pure flavor. So we're gonna let that boil. Like I said, quick update, 20 minutes. All right guys, quick update. Stuff is still boiling. The foot is still boiling. So it's just a closed simmer. So one thing you gotta make sure of, and I'll show you guys in a sec, is make sure that whatever the meat is producing as in fat, it'll rise up to the top. It's up to you. If you wanna keep it in there for the flavor, I personally don't want all that fat in there. So I'm gonna grab it with a spoon and I'm gonna slowly put it on top. And I'll show you guys kind of what that looks like right there. So all that kind of fat lard. All right guys, I'm gonna turn off the water real quick, but next step is your hominy. And what you wanna do with this is you wanna throw it in your strainer and you wanna clean it out. You don't want any of this juice. You definitely wanna wash it out, because like I mentioned. All right guys, so we're about to make our sauce. So what you need for this is gonna be chile árbol. My mom just let me know that you're supposed to get the one that's not tostado. Get the normal one. But this will have to work for now. So we got a handful and maybe a half a handful. So maybe a handful and a half. Throw it in your blender and throw in that much water. I don't know if you guys could see that, the glare. So it's up to there. Okay, and you're also gonna do a tablespoon of the consomme de pollo. All right, so we're gonna throw in full tablespoon. We're also gonna do some garlic in there. We don't have actual garlic, so garlic powder will have to do. All right guys, there's our salsa. It's kind of like a little bit runny. It's not supposed to be too thick. Next off is chile guajillo or chile colorado, whatever you want. So as advised, she told me 3 chilies. We're gonna grab, sink is clean. I'm gonna grab all 3, right? You see the hominy still straining, so you're gonna cut the tail, let the seeds fall out. Alright guys, so we added 3 more of the guajillo chili colorado, either one, so 3, a piece of onion, and then instead of adding water, I threw the water out, and it was recommended to use some of the broth that's cooking from the pozole. So we put some broth, and this is what it should kind of look like. I'll show you guys the interior. We're gonna blend this, and if it shows up to be a little thick, then add a little bit more water, and you want it to be a more runny consistency. Alright guys, so this is the differences between the two. This is your salsa. See how it's a little more runny? This is basically the flavoring. So I was wrong. You want this a little thicker. So this is what's gonna be added into the pozole that gives it a nice rich taste. Alright guys, so let me get down here. So meat is tender, and you can tell by grabbing a little piece, biting into it, and it's delish. So we took out the onion we had boiled in there. And you see it in there. We're gonna grab a little bit of broth, and then we're gonna get a little bit of garlic, and then we're gonna blend it. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we're gonna throw in the colorado sauce, guajillo, not the other one, you know? So if you guys are wondering who's talking in the background, it's actually my mom, and she has a YouTube channel of herself, so I'm gonna tag it right there. Alright guys, so we mixed in our sauce. What my mom said is you gotta fill it up to at least halfway of hot water, and you can get it out of your... I do not remember that. Oh really? Oh shit. So, that's my sister guys. They're currently in Nebraska during this whole quarantine thing. We wish we could all be together, but you know, it is what it is, man. So we're on FaceTime. We've been on FaceTime all day. They've been teaching me how to make pozole for you guys to enjoy and maybe follow the steps. I'm not perfect, so hopefully it's not shitty, man. I hope it's not shitty. That's all I gotta say. So. What up, guys? ¿Qué dices? ¿Qué dicen, chicos, chicas? Time to throw in the hominy, guys. So, my mom said not all of it. Okay. Alright guys, give you a different view. I know I'm doing a variety of views here. So right now we're actually gonna put our strainer in here, and we're gonna throw our sauce, which is gonna give it that nice red texture. Alright guys, so we did take the foot, we threw it in with the juice. So if you can tell, it's right there. This is specifically just for flavor, dude. We're gonna turn off this. I'm gonna leave this boiling. See how the contrast, the flavors, the goodness is in there? Alright guys, let me turn off this fan for a sec, just so I can talk to you guys. So, you've seen the process. It's a very long process. But it's gonna be delicious, man. Hopefully. I'm really, really hoping it's good. But anyways, that's the process. We're gonna dice everything up. So I'll show you the final product of what everything diced up, the spread. All right, guys. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. I got my brother in the background, got Teresa in the kitchen. We finished up everything. So I'm gonna show you guys the spread real quick. We got tostadas. We got the cousin on there. We got iceberg. What is this called? What's the opposite of lettuce?
Cabbage.
Cabbage, avocado, radish, lemons, bread. We got some pies, some pacificos. Now we got some tamales, and this is the final product, pozole. So, all right, guys, I'm about to do the taste test for the pozole. Let me try this pozole for you guys. So I loaded it up with all the goodies. It's bomb. It's really, really good. hot sauce came out super spicy. So the pozole itself wasn't as hot, but with this sauce, to die for, man, to die for. It is excellent. So that'll wrap up this video. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. Happy 2020. And
folks, bitch, I'm smoking big dope. My gun is illegal.